Ah, happy hunting.
What's up, Benny? How's it going?
I wandered the Valley of Half.
Moving forwards, yeah.
Treading on my own ancient bones.
I think you might have been gone, Benny. I don't know if you saw last night, but I got a Purity of Elements to drop on Ruthless.
I knew the words, yet not the meaning. Knew the path, yet not
It's
where it
pretty
led.
crazy.
Knew that I walked atop events that have not yet run their course.
There isn't a way to really get elemental ailment immunity in Ruthless outside of Purity of Elements, so it's a pretty big drop. You don't get auras from vendor or from the campaign, so you have to get them from a drop. It's pretty exciting. What's up, all? Welcome, welcome. Just chilling. I just feel that I got off work not too long ago. Uh-oh. I'm getting petrified. I might die here. Maybe not. Okay. Luminary is going pretty good, actually, on Ruthless. Can't complain.
Hello.
The Black Cane.
Keep your life to your own.
I felt the leash cinch tight and sure. Felt its pull towards the inky terminus. I grasped at the
Let's
loose for
make a
anything
mess!
that would hold against the gentle tug. But all I held bore free. I alone was to be drawn below, and I was, only to be thrust back into the searing illumination. Those I served would not allow me more than a moment's respite.
I heard combatants are pretty good for a single target. Yeah, that tracks with what I've heard. I haven't. I'm starting to just spec into mercenary stuff now on my Atlas, so hopefully I'll start seeing more. I've been pretty happy with this bow character though so far. Frostblades instead of Wild Strike. Is Frostblades better? Do you just want Frostblades to get freeze on enemies? Yeah, it is nice having the freeze. For sure.
I have nothing more to give.
You bastard!
They're physical, Benny. So you use like flat elemental damage and attack speed and things like that to scale them. Yeah, you don't use increased spell damage. They are a type of wand skill that's based off of like physical. You treat the wand skills basically like melee skills. Yeah. It's just how those particular wand skills operate. That's why on kinetic wands that you're supposed to use, the wand doesn't need increased spell damage. That's not how you spec them. Right. So here's like a high DPS kinetic blast mercenary crafting guide. No, they don't. So here's a high DPS kinetic blast mercenary crafting guide. And you can see like their mercenaries gear has well, I guess it does have spell damage on there, but they go for flat lightning, attack speed, increased fizz damage. I guess technically it's a spell, but it's not like yeah, like all of their gear is aimed at attack speed. It's aimed at flat damage, attack. Like if I had to choose between flat lightning, attack speed, physical damage, and spell damage would be the last thing I stack. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the kineticist builds I've seen prioritize flat damage, attack speed, and fizz damage before you would worry about something like spell damage. From what I've seen. Yeah, I don't know, Benny. I'm just saying, like, most of the kineticists I've seen, spell damage is not the primary stat you're looking for. So, don't know. Usually you want a shit ton of attack speed, flat damage, and yeah, like really high flat damage. And I'm not looking at Captain Lance's guide. I'm not playing his build. I don't know, dude. The spell damage might be for other stuff that's on the mercenary, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I would imagine if you're curious why he's doing it, you should probably watch his like build. I'm assuming Captain Lance has done like a build guide video on his build. I would probably watch his video and go to where he talks about his gear to see if he explains why he does that. If you're just looking at like his POV or something, I don't know. You might need to go actually watch a video he's posted on the build and see if he explains that. There might be some other interaction he's doing where spell damage is good. For some reason. Did he post a video, and did you watch the video to see him talk about crafting the gear or how to gear the mercenary? So, right here, Kinetic Blast gets 200% of increased spell damage as increased attack damage. So there's your answer. Like, it's on the first thing I looked up on gearing a Kineticus, literally right there. KB as a support, like as a gem, gets increased spell damage based on its attack damage. I'm just telling you what I found on the first search, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Right here. It says in the patch notes for 3.25, Kinetic Blast was changed to Kinetic Blast also now has increases and reductions to spell damage also apply to attack damage from this skill at 200% of their value. Yeah, it's like literally right here. 3.29 Kinetic Blast now has 15% Arcane Might, previously 200%, and 40% less area damage. So it's this Arcane Might right here. Arcane Might is what scales, I guess, attack damage based off of spell damage. So if you look up Arcane Might, Arcane Might is a keyword that allows attack damage to benefit from increases and reductions to spell damage. So that's why they're doing spell damage. You just gotta look this stuff up and like read the actual gem. But yeah, it's because Arcane Might is on the gem. Like, it's right there. Yeah. It's all good, Benny.
Don't bother dodging!
It's only a little funny.
I watched the nomads.
Yeah, I didn't really look into too much on how a Kineticus scales, simply because I haven't had a good Kineticus yet. So I really haven't paid attention to what I would do to scale them. But yeah, if they have Arcane Might, that makes sense. So
I sought in my own use, and the relief.
I literally just read it to you, Benny. It has Arcane Might. Arcane Might makes it so that attack skills gain the benefit of spell damage. Like, they gain damage based off of spell damage at some percent value. So simply having spell damage makes the skill do more attack damage. That's what Arcane Might does. It has 150% value of that for Arcane Might. It's just, you just think about it as a damage stat. No, that doesn't do anything. But fire damage to spells is a different modifier than increased spell damage. Those are two different things. Those are two different things. Yeah, you would just stack flat, like, adds blank blank to fire damage, which is the attack version of it, you know. What do you mean increased works? Increased spell damage because of Arcane Might. Talking about increased fire damage? Like increased fire damage? Increased fire damage would not work well. No, you don't want that. You want flat damage, because it's an attack skill, right? Think of it as a melee skill. Think of it as a melee skill. You want flat damage. So adds blink to blink fire damage, adds blink to blink lightning damage, because it is an attack skill, right? I mean, it would probably add some damage to the mercenary, but it's not good. It's not good. Just like on my Cyclone build, you want... well, Cyclone uses increased fizz, but that is like the opposite version of increased spell damage, right? A good example would be like... I don't know. You don't use the increased mod. You use flat damage and you use increased spell damage. You use increased spell damage. And increased fizz damage, but you wouldn't use increased fire or increased cold because those aren't going to scale very well like the other two. I mean, you could. It's going to be a damage increase, but it's not going to be a really good damage increase. I still don't understand what you're asking for. You would want a wand that has both increased fizz damage and increased spell damage. They are both good. If you're talking about increased modifiers, you would want a wand that has both increased fizz damage and increased spell damage. And then you'd want, you know, one other prefix like adds blink to blink fire damage or something. There is no two attacks. There is no two attacks. It's like, think about it like Cyclone. Increased fizz damage. It's just a mod. Increased fizz damage. Or increased spell damage. Those are your two prefixes. In my head, if you're playing a kineticist based on what I read, you would want three prefixes. One is increased fizz damage, one is increased spell damage, and one is a flat damage modifier, like adds fire damage or adds, you know, lightning damage or something. There is no such thing as adds fire damage to attacks. It's just adds blink to blink fire damage. By default, that means attacks, if that's what you're asking. It would be a spell version if it said adds blink to blink fire damage to spells.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
So yeah, you'd want three prefixes. Increased fizz damage, increased spell damage, and something like adds blink to blink fire damage or adds blinks to blink lightning damage, which is adding those to attack skills, basically. Yeah. I think the confusion was not knowing that it had Arcane Might, which allows you to scale attack damage based off of spell damage. But I think now that he saw that, he understands why it's there, like why the increased spell damage is there. I've never even looked at the kinetic blast skill, so I wasn't aware that it even had Arcane Might. I wasn't aware that was a thing.
Greetings.
But yeah, this is basically the wand that you want. If you're playing a kineticist, you'd want a wand that has like these stats, basically. You'd want something like this if you're playing a kineticist. I am asking about situations where the benchcraft percent increased blank damage is used on builds. It's a generic question. What increased blank damage are we talking about? Spell damage? Physical damage? I don't understand. Like increased generic fire or cold damage or lightning? There aren't many builds that prioritize increased fire or cold or lightning damage because typically the equivalent, Yeah, those aren't very desirable mods typically, because adding flat damage to your attacks or spells is usually a better scale. It's a better scaling of damage than just the generic increased cold damage or something. They are not like bad, they will increase your damage, but it is not as good as adding flat damage to attacks or spells. So like, there aren't many builds in which I see that. One example might be like RF. I think with RF you have very few modifiers that scale its dot damage, so like burning damage is good. Yeah, like I think on a build like RF you see more value with increased fire damage because there's not a lot of ways to scale the dot damage of RF. Like increased spell damage doesn't affect RF's damage. Increased or adds fire damage to spells doesn't increase RF's damage, so typically you'll see a lot of dot damage, increased burning damage, and increased fire damage on an RF build. Yeah. To be honest, outside of RF, I typically don't see people really use like outside of RF, I typically don't see people use increased fire damage or increased cold damage on a lot of builds. It's just not it is not a good mod. It takes up a slot. It takes up one of the 6 affixes that is better used by a better scaler, typically like cast speed or attack speed or something like that. Or increased fizz damage or increased spell damage. It's kind of like how there are tons of support gems in the game, right, that you could use, but you typically only want the same several support gems because, yes, I could play, you know, this random support gem on my skill, but it's a way less damage modifier or multiplier than using like the common ones that everyone uses, right, like melee fizz or arcane surge or whatever. It just, they don't scale as well. So you see less use of them outside of niche cases. Because weapons in PoE have what's called loco mods, unlike all your other gear. So when you have adds blank to blank fire damage on your weapon, it is adding that damage to the weapon's damage, not to like your overall character damage. Whereas when you add like adds blank to blank fire damage to attacks on a ring, it's just different. I highly recommend, if you don't understand how mods work in PoE, that you read the wiki on it, because like the difference between local mods on a weapon versus regular mods is pretty extensive in PoE. It's not very intuitive. Yeah, so like in general, if a modifier can modify the base behavior of an item, what a white item of that type would do, then it's local. There are a few exceptions to this, but they do exist. So an easy example is that almost every spell damage modifier on a weapon is global. A counterexample is that the chance to bleed is local. But this doesn't really still explain the difference between local and global mods. Trying to find the actual wiki on it. Local and global. I highly suggest, if you're interested in how mods work in PoE, that you like read the wiki on this stuff, but we can go through it together. So like the concept of local modifiers, currently local modifiers can be identified by fulfilling any of the following requirements. The modifier is unconditional, could affect innate properties of an item. The modifier explicitly states that it applies to the item, such as with this weapon. So examples of that would be, yeah, but this answers your question. Why is it different on a weapon versus a ring or something? This is why. Yeah. Basically, you need to understand what the difference is between local and global modifiers are in PoE and how it works. So they give you an example here. For example, increased attack speed and adds blank-to-blank physical damage on a weapon will modify the attacks per second and physical damage of the weapon itself. Not of all, like, stuff, right? Certain stats may not be immediately obvious. For example, adds blank-to-blank fire damage on a bow directly adds to the weapon's base damage, of which fire damage is usually 0 for weapons. Whereas global modifiers encompass all other modifiers. So, for example, the damage from adds blank-to-blank physical damage on a weapon is scaled by increased physical damage and quality in a weapon, but adds blank-to-blank physical damage to attacks from the ring is not, as rings do not have base damage, and is added separately in addition to the weapon's base damage before calculating any other global increase more modifiers. How complex do you want to get into PoE today? What's up, readers? Yeah. Yes, basically that's the best way to think about it. It's not calculated with the weapon's damage, it's calculated like outside of it, essentially, as a different part of the calculation for damage. It's not super hard to wrap your head around. Yeah. Greetings. It does help when you're trying to like understand how to stat ear and stuff like that.
The Marilyn is ready to... Our fortunes grow.
Go with courage.
I mean, yeah. Well, like, that's why I was like, follow a guide, but like, you know, read the skill gems too that you're trying to play.
Hope you're ready for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you bastard!
No, not there.
Yeah, no problem, Benny.
Find more shots like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur soon. Patched it up all right, I think.
Yeah, it's just it's that arcane might, you know, on the skill that makes that work.
Don't bother dodging! Find more shots like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur soon enough. This should be fun.
Yeah, thanks, Benny. I got a lot of family over right now. Or, I'm sorry, Jack. But thank you. Any increased spell damage on any item will benefit because Arcane might exist on the gem. If I'm trying to save a base on a Mist Fracture using Recom, do I use the specific affix selection? I would probably just not do that. I would probably just YOLO the 100% you're going to get an item and pray that it works. There's a good chance, because it's so small on the specific one, that you're just going to lose the item. You're almost always going to lose the item if you go the other way, because there's such a small chance of success.
Come on, get out of there.
Find more shots like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur soon enough. This should be fun.
Here we go. Come back, quickly.
Sleep now, little nightmare.
Oh, you bastard! Find more shots like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur. Here you go.
Can't wait to see what you find. Too far.
Oh, you got an empowered gem? Damn. Nice. Very nice.
Come on, get out of there.
Find more sharks like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur soon. Come on then. This should be fun.
You don't have long. Come back, quickly.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Another treasure clam and a bunch of gold. Oh boy.
Come on, get out.
Find more sharks like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur soon enough. Patch it up all right, I think.
Deep breaths. Too far.
Let's make a mess!
Find more sharks like that one, and we'll be swimming. Yeah?
Alright, can I do
Come
another
on, then.
voyage yet? Ooh, I got lots of maps. Okay.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Vesper, load 'em up.
You don't have long.
That's it, scum!
You're outside the line.
Combatant sucks at ritual. That's funny. Yeah, I've heard Combatant's really good at single target, but not much for the mapping or AoE. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm lucky, I might find a really good kineticist. We'll see.
I have nothing more to give.
I gotta start speccing into my atlas to get mercs to appear in maps. Need to do more map completion. Are you asking about the Reddit post I was looking at about kineticists? It was from last year, but the information is pretty much largely the same. Like, it's not much has changed, I believe, with kineticists. You still want, you know, attack speed, flat, you know, damage on a wand, spell damage for arcane might. Like, none of that's really changed. You probably want to look at, you know, somebody playing trade with Luminary and doing all the shenanigans to get the most up-to-date stuff with the actual ascendancy and scaling light radius and life stacking and all that would be my recommendation in that regard.
That's it, scum!
Since that was not a thing when that Reddit post came out.
Die, you bastard! Our higher Trarthan girl did her job well. Brought misery to that bastard Fairgraves and his crew. I've a sense, though, she got herself killed. Been too long. Go in, clean up the mess, bring me the old flame. If it is what I reckon it is, the winds are about to turn in our favor. Velka.
I have nothing more to give.
Let's make a mess!
up, Sam? Good evening. Just got started in Ruthless tonight, so not much has really happened. Just farming some Voyage. Haven't you been fairly lucky gem-wise in this Ruthless? This is day 3 of my Ruthless character, and I'd say I've been fairly... I don't know how much of it is luck and how much is the, like, league mechanic. Getting a Purity of Elements last night while mapping was pretty insane luck. That's the best aura in Ruthless. So to get that, like, on day 2 of this character is actually pretty crazy. That just, like, dropped. That's, like, probably one of the big ticket items you can get on any build in Ruthless. Just because solving elemental ailment immunity is a challenge in this game mode. I don't know what the drop chance is for gems in comparison to the regular game, but I've known people that have gone, that I've talked to that have played Ruthless, they've gone like 500,000 monster kills before they've seen a Purity of Elements. I have, for instance, done 58,000 monsters. So I know people that have killed 10 times the amount of monsters or more and haven't seen a Purity of Elements, and I got it in like 58,000 kills. So not bad. Not bad at all. It's RNG for you? Yeah, that is definitely RNG. You're not wrong. But it's pretty huge because, like I was saying, there's not a lot of ways to get elemental ailment immunity in Ruthless. Like, you're probably never going to see a Storm Shroud, you know? So it's pretty big. Pretty good. So it's been a pretty good, like, for day 3, I feel pretty good about this character. We got a lot of grinding to do, like a lot of grinding, to be able to make the swap to Cyclone Shockwave. But, yeah. Been pretty good about it.
Here's one more.
This scum!
You just got a Spalin. Holy shit, dude. Congrats. How much are those going for on trade right now? Then this tool swooped in, got the recipe in 11 minutes. Damn, Benny. You know what's funny? There's a new season on Retail WoW this week, and I'm kind of tempted to check it out. I didn't really play much of Season 1. I did like AOTC for midnight and kind of checked out. I'm supposed to start raiding with my guild again next Friday, Saturday, so I'll probably stream that. I'll be starting Retail WoW up probably in the next several days, splitting my time between that and this. I typically do that every PoE league, I just don't stream it. But I'll probably stream this time around. I don't know if people will be interested or not, but yeah, it is a thing I do. $38 divines. It's not bad at all, honestly. What's 32 and 200 pounds and you want a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt? So I have kind of like a hidden talent. My talent is if you take me, like, you know those claw games where you use the claw to get the toy out of the machine? I am surprisingly good at those claw machines. Like, on average, I'm always gonna win something from the machine. More often than not. That's kind of like my hidden talent. So it's like a little trick I go with people. Whenever I see one of those claw machines, I'll play it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I usually win. Like, I usually always pull something out of it. I'm particularly good at playing the claw machines.
Now back to the bathysphere.
We have a thing at work where we'll go out to lunch and do stuff, and if there's a claw machine anywhere we go, I'll like, someone will give me $1 and I'll play it and I'll win a toy out of it. I am the claw master.
That was a grand old adventure, wasn't it?
What's up, Rakish? Nice, I used to be a god at Sensible Soccer arcade game, but that's about it. Look what Vesper just gave you? Oh no. How ungodly is it? Was the Overlord fractured? Devastator or martial prowess? Damn, dude. No, that's what it gave you. Yeah. That's just what it gave you. That's crazy, dude. It just gave that to you. That's fucking nutty, dude. Are you gonna use it or are you gonna sell it? That's a lot of money right there.
Say it plain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's sulfur I smell. Hey there, what are we after this time? Don't expect me to put it on your finger for you. Need something? Want something? Just say the word. What do you need? Go on. Reckon I can roll. Hope it fits.
Oh, it's a very different game now. Yeah, for sure. Very different.
Hey there, what are we after this time? Go on. Got something in mind.
That accuracy is not bad.
Go
All
on.
right, give me life, my dude. Give me a high
Hope it
life.
fits.
113 life. Let's fucking go. That might be worth regaling. That's pretty good. I'm gonna regal it.
Reckon I can rustle something up to your liking.
Ooh, it's gonna be spicy. What do we get? Plus 12 to all resist. I'll take that. All Alright, that's shaping up to be a pretty nice ring. That's a pretty nice ring right there. You guys know what to do to max the Sovereign? Yeah, you gotta kill the boss. Alright. I'm still waiting to get a slammy boy for this guy. But I like that ring. If I can get, like, Chaos Resist as a third, like, affix on there, that'd be pretty powerful. How far over on my resistances am I right now? I'm actually pretty far up on my fire resist. I think that ring is actually just better as it is stands right now. Gives me a little bit of chaos resistance. Yeah, I learned very quickly on doing the boss chart. Always run it scoured. Just run it scoured.
Oh, you bastard!
Always run it scoured.
Hold your tongue. I do not wish to hear your voice.
All right.
Well?
What do we got here? What do we got here?
Pain's a kayaking specialty.
Holy shit, dude.
Good.
She like two-tapped me. What the fuck? Like, really? What the fuck was that, dude? He frost blinked me to death. Alright, so much for toning down the mercenaries. That's ridiculous. Dude, she like frost blinked on me and did almost all my like, that's actually crazy. Yeah, she obliterated me. Thanks, game. No, it was just a regular fucking merc, but they like just obliterated me. What's up, Dynamite? It's crazy. I got fucking chunked. I had decoy totem down. It didn't matter. I think it's because I'm melee and I was closer when she did her frost bomb or whatever, and it just fucking wrecked me. One shot my totem and blew up almost all my HP. Well, part of the problem too is in Ruthless, I get penalized for mapping. So you guys don't have this in the regular game, but the Ruthless Atlas tree does this thing where when you spec in for higher map tier chance, it does monsters deal 15% extra fizz damage as lightning. Monsters deal 15% extra physical damage as fire, and monsters deal 15% extra physical damage as cold. So I get penalized for just trying to get maps in Ruthless. Yeah. Yep. It's a tax on every map I run now. Like if you look at my modifiers, they're just sitting here as a permanent tax on every map I run. That's why I was saying I'm so happy I got Purity of Elements, because Purity of Elements gives me elemental ailment immunity, and getting that this early on this character does help a lot with like that shit, you know what I mean? Because now I can't be shocked, I can't be chilled, I can't be frozen, I can't be etc. Ruthless is so sad. It is an experience. It is an experience. Oh yeah, there's been several people that have killed the Ubers in Ruthless. I were to start an extra tune on Cyclone now, you can go Elemental Cyclone. It's typically a lot more expensive. We can take a look. There's like been for sure people that have done it, especially on hardcore, which is insane. So if we go to like YouTube, you can look up hardcore Ruthless Ubers. See what comes up. World first Path of Exile Ruthless Hardcore SSF full clear.
Hi, my name is Playwhite, and I'm the first person to ever beat Path of Exile Ruthless on SSF Run. That means killing all 7 Uber bosses, beating out my previous record of 5 out of 7 back in Crucible League during the race.
This was uploaded a year ago.
The main Path of Exile game, where gear is much rarer and harder to get. Support and Aura gems are dropped on.
So this is him going into
for
fight.
Polymath for even more damage. And I was using Ghost Reaver. I was using Warm Flask combined with Vigilant Strike and Energy Leech support to get Fortify and keep my Energy Leech up.
Look at his energy shield, bro. Dude, he built his character to just be able to eat the balls on Uber Exarch. Look at that shit, dude. He's just eating every ball. This is hardcore SSF Ruthless. I don't even know how long it took him to like build this character. Yeah, who knows, dude. Just eats all the balls.
second boss was Uber Shaper. Against him, I was using 7 Jevels with maximum cold resistance. I removed Polymath and got back my one step ahead. I swapped Swift Killer with Spellbreaker, and also I swapped Ghost Reaver with Wicked Ward.
Yeah, he's got that frost shield that you can just stand in.
Okay, more face tanking, more face tanking, more face tanking. More face tanking. Let's fucking go! The third boss was Uber Eater. Against him, I was using 6 Jevels with maximum lightning resistance and 1 Watcher Eye with 8% chance to evade attack hits while affected by Grace. And I also swap Discipline for Grace. I removed Wicked Ward and I got back Ghost Reaver, removed Spellbreaker,
Yeah.
and get back Swift Killer.
Well, yeah, he's doing the hardest content in the game on hardcore SSF Ruthless. He's probably like the only guy that's ever done this. Maybe there's like 2 or 3 other dudes.
Yeah, this is scary, bro. This is fucking scary, man.
Dude, you'd have to, like, look how many phases he has to do. Like, how many intermissions. Actually insane.
The fourth boss was Uber Elder. I was fighting him with the same setup from Eater, but swap back Grace to Discipline and Jevels for maximum cold resistance.
This fight would be terrifying, dude. This is like one of the harder Ubers.
Okay, the squirrel, you have to kill the squirrels.
He would do this content in a week if he drank a Pepsi Max. I mean, yeah, dude. But, I mean, obviously he built into defense, you know what I mean? Because it's like hardcore. So he made his character fucking tanky as hell. Prioritized.
Okay, squeal. Kill the other squeal. Okay, one more face.
He should get coal. It's kind of crazy that he doesn't have coal.
Okay. Okay, kill the elder and GG. GG's.
Dude, you can tell he's saving Cyrus for
The
last.
fifth boss was Uber Maven.
Yeah, he's saving. He's saving Cyrus for last, dude. Cyrus is so fucking terrifying with degen. He's saving that shit for last, dude. I think Maven wouldn't be too terrible. Maven can be scary though with the degen. Like Maven and Cyrus are probably the scarier ones, but Cyrus I feel like is way worse than Maven.
Okay.
Well, Maven has like the clips, yeah, like the fireball shit. Like Maven's definitely one of the scariest Ubers, but I feel like Cyrus is just fucking. Like, what has he got after this? Cyrus and he hasn't done Cortex yet. Cortex seems like a easy one, honestly. Surprised he didn't do that first. I don't think the originators were in the game when he did this. This might have been right before they did the originator patch. I think it's Cortex and Cyrus after this. It's weird that he's saving Cortex for... She does fucking projectiles on Uber. You never see some of this shit because you kill her so fast on trade when you do Uber Maven. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, it's weird that he's saving Cortex for the end. But maybe, I don't know, I know something I don't. Cortex has always been like one of the easiest Ubers for me. Cyrus is by far the scariest. Like, fuck Cyrus, dude. Cyrus and Uber Elder, I hate those Ubers so much. I'm not gonna lie, this has got me kind of wanting to play like a hardcore SSF Ruthless character. I have nowhere near the skill level to do this, but it kind of makes me want to play one.
Okay, now memory game. Watch the memory game. Okay, face tank the bosses and... Wait, there are no bosses? Top, left, top. Wait. Top, left, top. Wait a second. Oh my god, lie again, bro.
Dude, these memory games, dude. This guy's getting so lucky. He deserves it, though. Yeah, his arena is starting to get kind of fucked up, dude. Better get those balls in the middle. Oh yeah, he fucked up. He fucked up the drop there on the degen pools, because those don't go away in Uber. He's got to deal with that shit now. He's got to. His arena is getting so bricked. His arena is getting so bricked right now. Dude, fucking, this is ridiculous. Top left, right, top right, top. This guy goes to McDonald's and orders a Whopper. This guy's a fucking gamer, dude. Look how long it's taking him just to get Maven down. Fuck. Look at that shit, dude. Oh, dude.
I see 10 times, man. I see 10 times. Right, top, right. Right, top, left. Right, top, left. Right, top, left. Right, top, right.
That arena is terrifying. This one's pretty easy, just top right, back and forth. Dude is having some moments, yeah. He's trying to get greedy there for the kill. You got a phaser, dude. There you go.
Okay, good.
That arena is so fucked for the last phase.
One more portal.
He's got to play with those degen pools during this. That's crazy.
Right, top left, right, top left, right, top. Oh.
Dude, what the fuck? Bet you he's saving that frost shield for the next meteor. I'd be so afraid of her, yeah, doing the fireball right there, right after that cascade.
No quicksilver, bro. Oh my god, bro. Okay, this is okay. It's fine. You're fine. Left, top, left, right, top, right, left, top, left, right, left, top, left, right, top, right.
Going for that kill, baby. He wants that kill.
The sixth fight was Uber Cyrus. Against him, I was using 6 Jevels with maximum lightning resistance, and 1 Jevel with corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you, because this is very important against Cyrus.
Is Luce insane? Yeah, didn't he just get the didn't he just get a Progenesis right there?
And I also
I'm pretty sure that was a Progenesis, yeah.
with Spellbreaker.
I mean, maybe on Ruthless they just give you good shit if you can actually, like, maybe the ironic thing about Ruthless is that if you actually kill an Uber boss on Ruthless, you just get godly loot.
The 6th fight
Like, they just give you
was
godly
Uber
loot. Like,
Cyrus.
good job, guy.
Against
You
him,
get a
I was
Progenesis.
using 6 Jevels with
That would be kind of
maximum
funny if they
lightning
upped the loot
resistance,
table or the drop
and
rate
one Jevel
for good
with
shit.
corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you because this is
By far the worst Uber, in my opinion. Like, if you don't have really good damage, his hurricanes are so fucking rippy.
holy shit.
I don't know how he survived that meteor.
Okay, Wicked Ward is insane. Wicked Ward is insane.
Yeah, he lost all his CDs for that shit, dude. I don't blame him. Dude, honestly, he's having a much better time with Cyrus than he did with Maven. Much better time with Cyrus. Dude, he wanted to kill Cyrus so bad right there.
The last boss was Uber Cortex. Against him, I was using 7 Jevels with maximum lightning resistance, and I remove Wicked Ward and got back Ghost Reaver, and also I removed Spellbreaker and got back Swift Killer.
Bro, look at his damage on these bosses here. Maybe he saved the easiest one for last, just because, like, it's a reward for having done all the other shitty ones. I guess if you don't have the damage, these can be quite terrifying with the slams they do.
Please God, let me kill 7 Ubers, please God. Please God, let me kill 7 Ubers. Please be calm, be calm, be calm, be calm. Be calm. Be calm, your damage is good, be calm, just be calm, bro. Okay, the game.
What a gamer, dude.
Okay, last phase, bro.
I don't think he's exaggerating, dude. Dude, this is SSF Hardcore Ruthless. Do you know the amount of grind this guy did to get to this moment? I think this is the appropriate amount of feeling.
This is it. This is it.
He said Cortex was the worst. Maybe it's all the ground slams and stuff they do because it's in a really condensed area, you know, and you only have so many CDs.
After I kill all 7 Ubers, I feel so good, and I'm so happy and so proud of myself. I'm daily streaming on Twitch, and usually when I do that, I stream, but
I don't know, man. Like, he had a pretty tanky character, but, you know. Yeah. Zizarian, what an absolute Giga Chad, insane performance. It's pretty cool. Well, I mean, this guy did the hardest thing in the game, right? Like, there's nothing harder than killing all the Uber Pinnacle bosses in hardcore SSF Ruthless. There isn't anything harder you can do in PoE 1. Like, even Ziz's Gauntlet, with all the stuff they've done with the bosses, isn't harder than this, because the amount of grind you have to do to put a character together to do this is pretty crazy. Like, I guess this is his Gauntlet. Technically, the boss fights are way scarier, but like, that is probably an accomplishment higher than this in terms of obviously the difficulty of the bosses. But doing this on hardcore SSF Ruthless, just the amount of grind you have to do, is insane. Like, the only other player that could do this, in my opinion, is Ben. Ben could do this. I think Ben is the only other player that could do this. Probably Jung and I'm Exile. There's like a few people that could do this, but they'll never do this because they hate playing Ruthless. So like, this puts him like in probably the top 5 PoE gamers in the world that actually could do something like this. Finally, a gamer completed the vision. Yeah, he completed the vision. That's pretty crazy. So he's got his POB here. What was he playing? Look at that DPS, guys. Yeah, so he was doing the whole ES scaling with lightning damage shit. Lightning strike. Yeah, basically curse immunity. Is my guy running? Let's look at his gear. What a fucking Giga Chad. Yeah, so he's got Storm Shroud. I was wondering what he was doing for elemental element immunity. So he's got a Stygian Vice. So he's got a chance to avoid shock there. Where's he getting the rest of his elemental element immunity? I think it's just a miscalculation on the website here, because he's scaling with Ephemeral Edge. So boots, yeah, he's got 20% chance to avoid elemental elements there, and because he's got curse immunity from the rings, he's using Storm Shot for elemental element immunity. He's got freeze and shock there. Not to mention he's probably got spell suppression from the tree. Ooh, Voice of the Storm, that's crazy. Lightning damage with non-critical strikes is lucky. Yeah. Oh, okay. He's got the shock avoidment there. Yeah. So he gets 60% on the boots, plus the jewel gives him his elemental element immunity. Yeah. So he's got curse immunity, elemental element immunity, and then he's just got a shit ton of energy shield. And he's also Chaos immune because he's playing CI. Pretty tanky. And he's going... no block though. But yeah. Probably Delve at 6,000, but like... I don't know. I guess technically you're right about the Delve, but I don't see any... I don't think anyone's ever done that. Maybe on... maybe somebody's done that like on regular League. Like if you just go to regular hardcore SSF Ruthless. And I even looked that up. Permanent Leagues, standard. They only have the one for standard. Because if you go to like, let's go to Mirage. So hardcore SSF Ruthless Mirage, which was the last full league. How far deep did somebody go on depth? 500. Yeah. I don't know if Delve is really a thing people do in hardcore SSF Ruthless. Like in this current league, you've got highest Delver is 184 at the moment. Yeah. Chance to avoid stun. He's got 10 of these, so he's got stun immunity too. So our guy had elemental ailment immunity, stun immunity, curse immunity. He had chaos immunity. Yeah. Built a tanky character. Crazy character. Only 100,000 views on that video. That's kind of a shame. That's probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen in PoE. By far. By far. It kind of makes me want to level a hardcore SSF Ruthless character. Just, I would never get that far, but it'd be fun to try. Would be fun to try.
Your death is a mercy.
Please for me!
No Val ice shot. Rip, dude.
I have nothing more to give.
That was one of the craziest things I've watched. Guy was a complete Giga Chad gamer.
Let's make a mess!
Dead men tell no tale.
Yeah, I think it's not so much like doing the game, my dude. I think it's the fact that the guy did it on SSF Hardcore Ruthless. Like, until you play Ruthless on a regular basis, I don't think you understand, like, how impressive that is. Like, it's a grind. I think it's more not so much about having killed the Ubers, but just the amount of fucking grind you would have to do to get to that point is astronomical compared to the base game. That's the impressive thing, is that he was able to put that character together. Looks relatively cheap on paper for a trade league thing, but like doing that on hardcore SSF Ruthless took him months, with a plural, months of grinding to be able to get to that point. It's about the journey that led to the destination, not just like, oh yeah, just run this thing and it's super easy. It ain't super easy, dude. It's a grind to get there. That's the respect. And there's people that are killing Uber Pinnacle bosses like day 3 on trade. It ain't that impressive. It's impressive doing it on SSF Hardcore Ruthless. Yeah, it's like an endless journey. Took the dude months of grinding to be able to do that. Like, that's the impressive part, is the journey that got him there.
Can I not have but a moment of respite?
The fights too, and just the mechanical skill, but yeah. That's the impressive shit. If it was super easy, fucking many, like multiple people would do it. If it was that easy, multiple people would be doing it. Like, if I ever get this character to a point where I could even kill, like, one of the easier Ubers, it's hard in the time that's involved, right? I don't think you understand the time investment. Like, it's not that it's hard once he got there, Baze. It's the time to get there. It takes 1 day to get your character 90 plus, and then you're back on the grind again if you didn't reach your squire. You think that the average Ruthless player is level 90 in 1 day? You're out of your mind, bro. You're like a troll. You're such a troll, dude. You think someone on Ruthless is getting to level 90 in 1 day? It's Baze. The impressive thing is the time. If it's so easy, Baze, just go play hardcore, or go play SSF Hardcore Ruthless and go kill all the Ubers. Get that done in a week and let me know how easy that is. The hard part is the dedication and the grind and the time and being able to like, it's an example of in life, sometimes there's things that you do that, and I think people that haven't ever done anything really hard in life, and this is a video game, right? Make no mistake about it. Like, in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing hard about doing SSF Hardcore Ruthless bosses in comparison to real life, right? But what he did was he executed something that took months of his life to do. Right? It's not like, oh, I'll get this done in a week or two. Like, yeah, what I'm saying is it is about the journey to get there, right? It's not about, oh, it's easy, bro, just go do it. Like, no, it's not. It's really not. Like, for most people that have to work as adults, to sacrifice months of your free time to accomplish a goal you set for yourself is not easy, right? You can just write it off as like, oh, it's time investment. The mental fortitude to like not just give up when you're on week 6 and you're farming shit over and over and it's not dropping is the testament, right? It's the fact that this guy grinded and grinded for weeks and weeks and weeks, farming shit that you would just buy on day 3 on trade for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, mindlessly farming shit until eventually, after several months, he had a character to be able to do that. And just like to not just be like, fuck it, I'm done, you know? That is the achievement. That is the, like, there are very few people in life that have the willpower to do something like that, even in as simple as something as a video game. And you see this in real life because the truth is most people aren't very ambitious in life. I don't think you understand. I don't know if you're trolling data or if, like, it's not about having the gear. It's not about having the gear. It's about the fact that on Ruthless it takes months to get the gear, right? This isn't like trade where you're gonna go do this, you know, on week 2 or something. I don't think you understand just how hard Ruthless is. I really don't. But it is the fact that, like, most people in this world are super, like, not ambitious. They're actually lazy as fuck, and their ability to like set a goal that requires their time and energy is like, they give up after very easily, right? That's why most people aren't successful in life. Like, most people in America don't make a lot of money. They don't have anything saved up for retirement. They don't pursue anything in their free time that makes them better at their job, right? They're just basically working for shit money, don't develop themselves as a person, don't set long-term goals, and then they complain when they're only making like 50 or 60K a year because they don't put the time in to actually get good at anything. And that also translates into their free time when they have some in extracurricular activities, right? The truth is most people are lazy. They don't accomplish long-term goals that they set for themselves. It's just like, you know, yeah, some people just spend too much time on video games. There are no div cards in Ruthless, bro. I don't think you understand what the fuck you're talking about. I think you're a troll. Divination cards don't exist in Ruthless. They're not in this game mode. Train. Yeah, so anyways, it's like the fact that he set a goal for himself that was super long term and he actually succeeded and executed it, that is the accomplishment. And it's hard to understand when most people in life don't actually do that. You know, most people in life don't actually set goals for themselves and follow through.
To win?
Yeah, exactly, Jerry. Well, just farm divination cards. It's fucking easy, right? Bro, they don't exist on Ruthless. Ooh, I'm gonna die here. This is crazy congestion. Dude, it's literally... It's literally putting me in the middle of the fucking thing with all the mobs. That's crazy. Oh shit, I wasted a portal. Yeah, I don't think I can do this. They're just fucking gonna chain kill me over and over. That's hilarious. Yeah, there's no way. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, most people in this world are super unable to commit to anything that isn't like instant gratification. They usually give up after a few days. I would go look up Ruthless and understand how different this game mode is from the regular game that you play, and then understand the accomplishment that guy did. Like, in terms of being a PoE gamer. Like, you seriously don't understand how difficult this game mode is. If you think divination cards exist, you clearly have no idea all the differences about Ruthless compared to the main game. I would highly recommend you just go read the wiki and educate yourself. It is far harder than what you think it is. Just grind that shit, bro. It's easy. Okay. Thanks for your commentary. But yeah, it's about the journey, you know. It's about the fact that that guy spent months executing a vision that he had and didn't die. And yeah, like you brought it up, Matt, like he was playing hardcore, so he couldn't even let himself die. So that means he had to be super meticulous. He had to play it safe constantly. He had to not like get greedy with stuff, because, you know, if you're on week 7, right, of this grind, you know, if you're on week 9 of this grind, you don't want to lose your character because you fucking get greedy and, like, you know, it's, yeah, it's insane. It's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, I think you're a troll, my dude. If I think anyone that knows anything about Ruthless that actually plays this game, that's aware of the differences that Ruthless has compared to the regular game, wouldn't be talking the way you're talking, right? So I'm just gonna chalk it up to you're probably a troll. Or you're just super not informed about how this game mode works at all.
You cannot outrun the judgment of innocence, only delay it. The judgment is yours to make.
This guy's got some interesting stuff.
Show no weakness.
This guy is gonna blow me up like the other one. Dude, this guy's kind of cracked. His like AoE with his swing is kind of crazy.
Right in the guts. Might of his hand. Aye. Very well, I'll march.
All right, what's this guy look like?
I serve only him.
When mapping, what's his gear look like? He's got a shit weapon. Okay, so you think he spent a lot of his time AFK in King's March? Gotcha, bro. You're such a fucking moron. You're such a troll. I'm about to ban your ass. 28 days played. Okay. Say our guy was gaming 10 hours a day, right? Let's figure this guy has a job in real life. So he's probably not gaming 10 hours every day, right? Maybe he's gaming 10 or 12 hours on the weekend. Might be married and have kids. Probably has a job in real life, right? So let's say he's gaming 6 hours during the work week, right? So that's 30 hours during the work week, right? That's like what? 3 days of gameplay over the course of a work week. Maybe he gets another day in on the weekend, 12 hours a day. So our dude is getting 4 days a week. Are you a fucking moron? You're actually like a fucking troll. So let's say on average he's doing 5 days of game time a week with a job. Yeah, I know, seriously, right? Like, I'm seriously overestimating. Are you a moron? You're actually a fucking troll. So this guy has 28 days played. Let's say that he gets on best, let's say he's not married with kids, he's just working 40, 50 hours a week trying to survive, right? Let's say he gets 4 days of game time throughout the week, right? Oh yeah, you talked to him. Okay, you're a bro. Okay. Bye, dude. Yeah, you talked to him? Okay. What a fucking troll, dude. I don't have time for this shit. What is it with trolls, dude? Yeah, I talked to him. Okay, dude. What a fucking troll. I don't have time for this guy, dude. I'm not even gonna entertain it anymore. What a fucking troll. Dude, he played 28 days. He played 28 days. Even if you're like single and you're just working and you get like 5 days played a week, that's like that's crazy. I don't understand what people get out of being a troll. But I talked to him. He said he did this on vacation. Did it on vacation. So our guy took a vacation for a month to play PoE. I mean, it's possible, maybe. Dude, fucking trolls, dude. What an idiot.
Greetings.
Oh, I talked to him. He did it on vacation.
Savior.
Like, I started this character 3 days ago. I played for 1 day and 3 hours. I played this character for 1 day and 3 hours. I've had this character for 3 or 4 days now. So, like, let's say 3 days on the low end, right? That means 28 days times 3 is like what? Almost 3 months. Is this guy an idiot? Like, is he actually a moron? Fucking trolls, dude. Yeah, greetings. Seriously. Yeah, he went hard. Yeah, dude, you did 192 days played in WoW. That's, you did that in like, what, 6 months, 7 months, right? Easy. In reality, you played it for like 5 years. People are such idiots.
Hello. Go with courage.
All right. I'm not gonna lie though, that kind of made me want to play a hardcore SSF Ruthless character. I know I'm gonna die, but I kind of want to. I was doing 16-hour days. Well, yeah, back when you're a youngin', getting after it, or younger. I played a ridiculous amount of time in WoW. Alright, this guy is actually kind of trash.
Never could stay away from the death trades for long.
Speed and Diet Pepsi. Show the troll I can do it in 27 days? Nah, dude. I would have to play a very specific build, right? If I was gonna try to do something like that. Like that guy clearly did Lightning Strike in its prime, you know, back with Ephemeral Edge and all that. Like he knew what he played the meta, right? He played like the super meta build that, I mean, that's what Ben and everybody was playing when they were doing their hardcore SSF runs back then. So he did like the best build in the game basically at the time. So it would be like, I'd have to play whatever the best build in PoE is right now for that kind of stuff. You would have to do Slam. Like what, Earth Shatter? That's like the best right now, right? Jug, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to maybe making a Jug HC character. It'd be kind of dope. Ooh, our Merch Kick is getting fucked up in this map. Oh, I took the Kineticist. I took the wrong character in here. That's why. I'm like, why are they taking so much damage? I took the wrong character. Yeah, you'd have to play whatever he's doing. Isn't he playing Mercenary, though? Like, Ben's playing hardcore SSF, but he's playing Merc.
You are nothing.
Well, yeah. Like, he started out as Earth Shatter like usual, but, I mean, I think technically the best build is Mercenary if you have, like, all the stuff to juice them, you know? I'm sad, man. I took the wrong Mercenary in here. Not gonna lie, hardcore SSF Ruthless does sound kind of like a vibe, but I don't know.
I have nothing more to give.
I'll cut you to shreds.
You can never do it as a single player game. Well, that's because you finish it in like 2 weeks base. You're a master of the trade. You know exactly what you're doing. You get it done in a week, 2 weeks tops.
Strike true. Yeah, even I know when to withdraw.
Oh yeah, they killed my Merc. She ain't strong enough for this. Yeah, I brought in my wrong Mercenary. I brought in my Act 3 Mercenary instead of my actual one that I've been using. They could not handle this shit, dude. They ain't ready for this. Yeah, I forgot to bring in my bow chick. Well, that's if you want to go like all out like that, yeah. Alright. My bow Merc, the one that I should have brought in here, I don't fucking know why
Never could stay
didn't do
away
that.
from the
I meant to bring her, so I'm using just a flat Ellie bow. But I do have Ahuna's Bite, because she's Val Ice Shot, and I also have the Pain Seeker gloves. Which I don't know if these are actually working or not. They should, but I don't know. But she's the one I meant to bring with me. You think Quill Rain is better? I did drop a Quill Rain right now. Did I vendor the Quill Rain? Am I a moron? Nah, surely I didn't vendor the Quill Rain. Oh, it's equipable, that's why. I was like, what the fuck? Maybe I did. Am I an idiot? And did I... I might have vendored it without thinking. I think I did. Oh well. That's fine. Well, that's if you want to put that much money into a base. I'm just saying, like, to complete the game, get 40 out of 40, like, do all the Ubers, like, you don't need any of that shit. Like, any build in PoE, you can sink 20, 30 mirrors into if you want to go, like, crazy with it. That's you just setting a benchmark for yourself that's, like, ridiculous in terms of price. But if that's what you enjoy doing, you know, for sure. But, yeah. Just a different grind, you know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a different grind. You're trying to do something just different. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different way of playing the game. I just don't get enjoyment out of like buying mirrors for my gear. Like, it's, I don't know. When it gets to a point where, oh, I killed an Uber Pinnacle boss in 3 seconds versus 2.7 seconds, I'm just like, eh. What does it even matter at that point? That's kind of how my head thinks about it. Yeah, I guess if you're trying to do that, yeah. That's pretty damn hard. You're trying to do like voided Valdos, like you'll lose your character. That is the hardest, right? Does that give you a rush? Like, oh, if I die in this map, I lose my character permanently.
Twisting and dividing, etching scars in the darkness. Light spills through the rift, and a vast army follows, clamoring to be seen.
See, then you're not doing the hardest. Hardest is you get penalized for dying. You lose your character. Don't say you do the hardest Valdos, but then you skip out on the worst mod. That's you're not being real, my dude. I'm just saying. For 20 mirrors, dude, for 20 mirrors, you should be able to make a character that can survive a Valdos map with Void. I'm just saying. Hey, that is the hardest Valdos though, right? I'm just saying, like, the worst mod on a Valdos map is the one that makes you lose your character. Right? It's basically hardcore, but with permanent repercussions. Right, I'm just saying that to me, like, that's I have a lot of respect for you doing the voided one, you know. I don't know, like, you can say it's objectively an easier map, but the psyche of feeling like at any second you could lose your character, I think makes it objectively harder. Right, you're gonna play the map very differently if you know at any given second your character's gone forever versus like, oh, I just have, you know, whatever. Like, to me that makes it objectively harder psychologically. And that ultimately makes it harder than a more difficult map. It changes completely how you're going to go about doing stuff on the map, or how you're going to play your character.
Godslayer.
Greetings.
Maybe I go do some charts. I need alch orbs to continue progressing the Atlas. We're close to being able to get more Merc Cluster. Plus additional supports on them is pretty crazy. This is a really good one. Yeah, I'm just saying that to me, Baze, is the hardest Valdo map because you lose your character. Like, thus you're going to play the map in a completely different way than you would, you know, a map where nothing happens if you die. I got one fucking Lesser Eldritch. Could you imagine if I hit melee hits have chance to fortify with this? It would free up 5 points on my Atlas tree. There's no way. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here.
How's the trail? Godslayer. How's the trail?
Don't bother dodging!
Can I not have rain?
Gift for survival. Repeat this.
This should be fun.
Can't wait to see what you find. You're outside the line.
Don't bother dodging!
I think that might be my first or second Orb of Regret. They're so rare. Now that I got Purity, I kind of want to respec in Alpha Lyra and go extra skill point.
I have nothing more to give.
Hurry back!
Oh no!
Can I not have but a moment?
Oh no! I forgot I had no lanterns.
Right in the guts!
Find more sharks like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur soon enough. Resper, load 'em up. Let's
That was
do
close.
this.
Yeah. I've actually not drowned yet still doing this league. Like, so I thought that was going to be the first time I drowned. Kind of surprised I made it through that. Since I have like no movement skills basically.
Come on, get out of there!
Right in the guts!
Find more sharks like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur soon enough. Patched it up all right, I think.
Deep breaths! Come back, quickly!
Impending Doom? What am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that?
Find more sharks like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur soon. This should be fun.
Hope you're ready for this. No, not there.
Oh, look at that juicy little gold.
Hurry back.
Please for me!
Find more sharks like that one, and we'll be swimming in sulfur. Here you go.
All right.
Deep breaths. Come back, quickly.
Let's make a mess!
Oh, nice, dude. That's what I needed was some maps. Aqua orbs are actually pretty rare, and I need them for Atlas points. Might have to do a voyage. I seem to get decent. I seem to get several from doing voyage. Might have to do another voyage.
Time's running out.
Find more sharks like that one, and we'll be. Yeah? Say it plain. Maybe this'll be the
You
one.
get way worse charts on Ruthless. What am I supposed to do with these?
In you go.
Can't wait to see what you
dodging!
find.
Your death is a mercy.
You're outside the light.
Don't bother dodging!
moment's respite?
Look at this motherfucker. Holy shit, dude. That's ridiculous.
Don't bother judging! Wait for me!
Far too much baggage. I have nothing more to give.
This scum!
Yikes. Carnage Heart? I just got a Carnage Heart. What? Where's the nearest, like, all flame thing to send this shit up? Crazy. Crazy amulet. trucker life is just money, money, huh? That's funny. There's a part of me that there's a part of me that kind of sees the allure of the trucker life, but like it just seems like it's so hard being on the road that often, having to drive a big vehicle like that, dealing with like just terrible drivers all day. Yeah, let's get this Carnage Heart up to where it needs to go. That's so much better than what I'm currently using. It's not for everyone, yeah, I imagine. It just seems like it's a hard life. Would be kind of fun, but yeah. Oh yeah, we're not releasing you. I'm not taking that risk right now. Got a Sublime mission in real life. I guess so. Mobs that keep on coming.
Catch this, scum!
Imagine I open a message and I get a Mage Blood and Ruthless. Dude, that would be pretty crazy. I haven't seen a bottled message yet. Kind of sad. They're not very common. Ruthless. All right.
Far too much baggage.
Too much loot. Too much loot. Care about you. Send up the loot. Alright, I guess we'll... the one thing I hate about Voyages is like the backtracking I might have to do because I want to explore this area. So we gotta go all the way back up that way. So much loot. Crazy that I got a Carnage Heart waiting for me up top. But I'll take that. I'm gonna start collecting staffs just in case I ID one that's good for when we go Cyclone at some point.
Right in the gut!
Starting to reach the limit on your Merc there, Vinny.
Nothing more to give. Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Let's make a mess!
Knockback. Has 120 spell damage and crit attack speed with one prefix open.
For me!
Don't worry about it.
There's gold pile, there's sadness. Yeah, I mean, I figured gold is going to be, you know, less on Ruthless than it is on, you know, the main game for sure. Keep in mind, though, I'm only in a T70, or like an item level 75 one. It's way less, but I suspect like in item level 83 charts, it's probably going to be like 30% what you get on regular League. So still a lot of gold, but yeah, just a lot less. Yeah, we're not like, it's not like we're in an item level 83 chart right now. We're like 8 levels below the cap. And my understanding is item level 83 charts are just better on average than everything below them. But I suspect it's going to be like 30% probably the gold you would get.
Say it plain.
On regular game mode. It's actually a really good axe.
Come on then. Today's a good day. Say it plain.
We wish they made a Merc character sheet where you could see their gear. Yeah. DPS and all that. Would be nice. Would be nice. Carnage Heart. Okay, a bunch of axe, LE resists, 30% increased damage while leeching. Honestly, it's kind of mid. It's like really low on LE resist, really low on ATS. I might divine this and use this. It's still 30% increased damage while leeching. I'm always leeching. I could divine it. I've got one divine orb. I don't think I'm going to get a better amulet anytime soon. It can only get better if I divine it, basically. I think that's worth divining. It went up 1% on damage. Still, it's 31% more damage, whatever. Alright. This fucking game. Well, I'm definitely good on resistances now. The nice thing about the Carnage Heart is it has... Like, I like the attribute requirements hit on that too. So... This does mean... Yeah. We can probably play around with more DPS on our gear since we're way overcapped on elemental resistance now.
Hello. Nothing is truly set in stone.
right in the guts! Ah, figures!
Things I do for Atlas points.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Are you dead?
Bro. Fuck this map, dude. This map sucks.
I have nothing more to give.
Pray for me!
Oh shit, the lean back. Bedtime for me. Good night, folks. See you, Matt. Yeah, I'm probably going to be done here shortly, too. Work week. Early morning tomorrow.
I came across a bastion of flesh that towered above, smothering the stars. Those who followed in my footsteps did not halt, pushing me against the warm walls. I was crushed and swallowed whole, urged unerringly by those I led. I was welcomed into his embrace.
Day 753 of doing heist. Damn, Beast, you are dedicated, my dude, for sure.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Alright, I think I have to not get trapped by all the fucking mobs in the center again, and we might be able to do this. Come on, just kill the boss and give me completion, please. There we go.
Hello.
Good old Jungle Valley. Hey, my first Chromie orb. My very first Chromie orb. Let's go. We're absolutely saving that. Pretty cool. Night, Benny. Have a good night.
I have nothing more to give.
Hello.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Oh my gosh, we have 3 beasts. What the fuck?
Bring the beast in my sights, exile. You have been captured, beast. You will be a survivor. Or you will. Do not worry, little beast. This one is captured. We are friends now. I now will take it.
Your death is a mercy.
Oh
I have nothing more to give.
And a siphon mob.
Bleed for me!
Is that my first unique map, maybe? Okay.
Your last running round.
Choose your next move.
We got a
Very
kineticist.
carefully.
Okay, so the dream is amazing supports. Amazing supports and good skills.
My time is precious. Don't waste
Okay. Crit damage, added lightning, greater elemental damage, chain, return proj with curse. Is this like good? Flame Wall, Elemental, Barrage. I feel like this is not... Oh yeah, like Haste would have been amazing, but is this guy just gonna instantly kill me? Like, probably gonna just instantly kill me, right? Oh my god, this is so good. Please just don't kill me. Oh my god, dude. Please, please. I need a win right now. Oh my gosh. Woo, baby, come on now. Let that bleed do its magic. Oh my god.
I have nothing more to give.
A swift end.
Come on, Merce first, Mark.
Death.
No, she was too good. She was too good. Fuck, dude. I was hoping my bleed damage would take her out. It's so disappointing. Fucking hell, dude. I was so close to killing her too. Damn, dude. That's so upsetting. Damn. Yeah, well, I don't have another link skill, Dynamite. It's Ruthless. He's Ruthless. No extra gems for me. The Ascendancy branch? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah? Excuse me. How about Loyal Bodyguard? Your mercenary's life is higher than your own. 15% damage from it is taken from your mercenary's life before yours. Yeah. Maybe I do. I mean, I would definitely drop this for that. The taunt would be good. I'd have to give up my uniques on my guy though. That's gonna kind of suck. Maybe I respec it if I come across a good mercenary like that that's worth taking. I do it on the fly, you know? That's unfortunate. Greetings. That would have been fucking amazing to have gotten that mark. Would have been pretty amazing. Yeah. I wonder if... The problem is I need to do my last Ascendancy so that I can get my last 2 points. Because I could put my last 2 points here and then just unspec the link stuff and go here and just deal with the refreshing the link every 10 seconds. I just gotta do my lab. I have an offering, I just haven't been up to doing it yet. But I think that's gonna do it for tonight. Got work in the morning. Not a bad night. We got Carnage Heart, I guess, which is pretty good. Got some more Atlas progression done. We're about literally halfway done with the Atlas. Yeah. I want to swap to Cyclone soonish, but I think in order to swap to Cyclone, I'm going to need auto exertion for my GC setup. I have the gems for GC here, but I need auto exertion. And I would like to get 2 good supports for Cyclone. So maybe we do some lab farming tomorrow and we go back to try to get some more supports. But I really need, like, ideally, like, infused channeling and shockwave would be really good going Cyclone. And then I would need a ton of gold to respec my tree, because I would drop all the bleed stuff and have to drop the axe nodes. I need to save up a considerable amount of gold to be ready to respec, essentially, and just get the support gems I need and craft a decent staff weapon. That's a lot. That's a lot for Ruthless, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out for the night. Yeah, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.